I've got things to do and people to hang out with. And we've got to make our way through day 57 of Cozy Grove. And we have a lot of things to do. Oh, we got a pie with cream, radish salad, mushrooms, bagels, mushroom loaves, vegetables, an egg salad. Honestly, this game is like, what, with 57 different streams into this game, and it's still so fun for me. It's a nice, like, ease in to bigger streams, like, or something, you know, a bigger game or a more mentally involved game. I want to burn that. Oh, you only want a mushroom stick too? No worries, friend. It's just nice. It gets me into the rhythm of a stream, I think. Here you go, friend. So I thought today. Wait, what day is it? It's Thursday. Today is Thursday. Is today Thursday? I'm 80% sure today is Thursday. Yes, because Bal was home yesterday. So today is Thursday. Thursday is a very strange day for me, I feel. Because it acts like... Yeah, I don't know. I think it's called Hump Day. Like, that was a thing. And that was normally a Wednesday. For many folks who work the Monday to Friday 9 to 5, Thursday feels a little bit like that for me. Not that streaming is a bit of a grind, it's just, no, it's the things outside of streaming that kind of make it feel like it's a bit of a hump day. Can I help you with something, Lee? I'm sorry. I wonder what the Dennings farm used to look like back in the day. Before we had to sell everything off, I mean. I remember Mum's paintings and the carrot, but not much else. Do you keep any old photos around? Oh, tons. Baby photos, yearbook photos, vacation photos. But I can't think of any that just showed the farm. Maybe somebody on the island has an old photo of this place. Well, buddy, it's your lucky day. I have one. Whoa! Is this a photo of the old farm? Of course it is. Look how cozy and cute that looks. I'm sad that it has been torn, but that is a good looking farm. Look, we got pumpkins and cabbages, and it's a good looking farm.
Bye bye, boys!
Have fun storming the castle!
Hello, Ross! Hi, how was your stream? How was Wife Quit Wednesday? Hello, Hyphen. How is everyone doing? Big shout out to our friend Ross. Ross, if anyone here who doesn't know Ross, Ross is one of the OG crew. Ross was my first ever raid in the stream, and he's the sweetest, one of the sweetest people I have ever met in this whole entire journey. You should definitely check him out if you like retro games, variety games, Mass Effect, Amnesia: The Dark Descent, because he does a horror game every week. He's so good. He's so fun. I recommend it all. And you made progress in Mass Effect 2? Awesome! I haven't played Mass Effect 2 yet, so I was gonna be like, oh, have you made progress in this? But then I would be like, actually, I don't know. Don't know what happens in Mass Effect 2. Are you winning? Are you winning in Mass Effect 2? Is that a thing that happens? I know it's BioShock, it's not BioShock, a BioWare game. I've played Dragon Age, so I kind of know it's kind of like one of those things where it's more about the friends you make along the way rather than really the journey. He doesn't love you yet, but he will soon. I'm glad to hear Garrus will be yours. Please invite me to the wedding. Hello, Luciana. How are you doing? I'm glad that everybody knows who Ross is because he should be celebrated. Did a few story missions and explored a lot of planets. Good-o. Good-o. Hi, Raz. How are you doing, my dear? I hope you're having a good day. Another shout out to my favorite artist, Raz. I've talked about Raz a lot, but if you don't follow her and you haven't experienced one of her chill, cozy art streams, the link is in chat right now. It is a good time. I highly recommend. Oh, for anyone who did join the raid, if you need to raid and run because life needs to actually happen again, I totally understand. I do appreciate you joining the raid, and I hope to see you again soon because I know that Ross and Hyphen may need to go nap. It is quite late, and for Raz, it is lunchtime, so if you need to head off and have lunch, Raz, that's totally understandable. But for anyone else who needs to raid and run, thank you very much for popping in, and I hope to see you again soon. And if you're staying, we've just started Cozy Grove, so you're in for some Ghost Bear fun. No, you're fine, Raz. It's all good. You've got stuff and things to do today. It's a big day for you. So I get it. Anyway, we've just given Lee Berry Dennings a photo of his farm. It was a very good looking farm, but here we are. It looks so different. No old tractor parts lying around, no stacks of newspapers everywhere. Even the hay bales look neat and tidy. It's downright picturesque. Guess Mum and Pops ran this place like a tight ship. How about that? Thank you. Thank you, Lee. Yay. I don't know, I would like to harvest the bush. The tree, though. Oh my god, is it glitched? Is the tree glitched and I can't actually click on it? Maybe it's because Lee is in the way. We might need him to move so I can harvest the fruit tree. Yeah, it looks so different. Like the farm that we saw in the picture looks so different to this farm here. Mostly because, where are the cabbages? It's because Lee was in the way, of course. Let me harvest this pawpaw tree. Aha! Hi, Clyde! How you doing? What do you need help with today, my friend? You're almost golden. Hello? Game? Good news, kid. My plan worked like a charm. Oh, yeah, you conned the imps into something, didn't you? All those imp suckers who bought my merch on credit? I offered them a deal. I promised to wipe their dead if they paid me a piece of sale. A piece of a sale. Now all you have to do is collect. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. Of course, he wants to help us get off the island, of course. A cozy stream? Oh, you don't have any idea of the game, or do you have like a few games in mind and you can't pick? Because depending on you know, if you've got a list of games, then I can help you out. If you want my opinion, of course. Hello, caught you. Please give me sale piece. Yes? Hello? I had to collect 50 of these? Okay, no wonder. No wonder so many imps started being like, you gotta chase me! Because there's 50 that I have to go for. Oh my god. You're gonna be so distracted. You got 4 or 5? Can I know what they are? Well, may I know what they are? I'm stuck on a rock. I can't believe it. That's really weird, Raz. It does sound sus. Okay. Me personally, I would go for Stardew Valley, Ross. I really that would be my choice out of all of those games. I love House Flipper. That's a good time. Power Wash Simulator is very chill. That's a chill and chat stream if you ever want to do one of those. Minecraft is pretty good, but doesn't have a story. So you have to kind of go in with knowing what you wanted to achieve. And I have never played Trucker Simulator, but it sounds like it would be very similar to Power Wash, where you can just really chill and chat. But for cozy, I personally would pick Stardew. If you're going to have a vote on Twitter, let me know and I'll vote. I'll vote. I'll vote Stardew. Come here, buddy. Stop it. Stop running. No worries, Faye. Thank you so much for the like. I hope that you're staying safe and cozy. Yes, you need to be in. Yes, you do need to make food for Raz because she is probably hungry. Bagel time. I have never played any of the Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons games. I've seen them. And I think like one of the latest ones, my first thought was they're doing the same thing as Pokemon and what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah. Babyfying the characters and things like that. It's the same with like Disney and like the later Disney princesses all have like really round faces and really big eyes, and it's like just making them all very baby faced. I feel like Pokemon has done that with everybody, with like the art style and the Story of Seasons game. I think like everyone just looked very round. That's a very good Minecraft quest. Oh, I'm sure the story is absolutely great and it would be a fun time to play. But that was my first thought when I first looked at the newest Story of Seasons before. I think one got announced on Nintendo Direct that came out yesterday. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the one that got released before that. Happy Imp Essence. Happy Imp Essence. Sorry, Alison, what do you need help with? Oh, thank goodness gracious. I thought you actually wanted those bonbons, and I would have been like, my friend, no. These count as processed food? They do. And what do I have? A lot of these mushrooms. Completed quest. A short ceramic vase. Let's go for it. Okay, new vase. It's going to be spooky. Come here, stop running. I'm gonna get ya. Aha, I got you. I'm gonna be so annoyed when I'm trying to find this last imp. There it is. But it is something that I definitely do need to check out. But unfortunately, I've got so many games on my current wish list that I'm trying to save up for. So games like Wildflowers and I say as I'm quickly searching my wish list at the moment because there's so many being released in the next little in like a week or so. What do we got? The Critter Crops demo's coming out shortly. Outbound Ghosts, that's coming out shortly. Wildflowers is coming out as well. So there's like a few games that are currently on my immediate buys rather than where is this little thing? It's like right here. Yes! Yes, you guys should do Untitled Goose Game. That would be so cute. That would be an adorable stream. Oh no, you're just a bug. I don't need you. Any imps up here? Mine's growing. My Steam wishlist is growing. Mostly because I keep finding new games, and then they are very close to being released. Hi, do you want to not talk to me? Okay. Some people might say that spending evenings alone watching TV is, well, lonely. That's propaganda! I always felt the presence of my fellow warriors for truth as they watched from their respective bunkers. I mean, I've never met with any of them or even spoken with them, but I just know they're out there. Come on, buddy. Hey, come here, stop running. You're doing so much tag today. Your PlayStation list is full? How many can you have on there before it becomes full? Why would they cap it? Gotcha. Come here. We'll just chase this guy as well. Hi, you got stuck on a rock. Come here. Stop running around in circles. You just want to add more. I mean, 50 or 100 is not really a lot. Oh! Are you acquainted with the sculptor, Francesca of Claw? It seems she's quite the reader. Yeah, no, we do know her. She is currently passed on. Yeah, she's her essence is still around, but she herself is passed on. It warms this old priest's heart to know that literacy, once a rare gift, is now within the reach of the common bear. However, I cannot abide the so-called literature she favors. There is no mention of the great spirits anywhere. And this is how book burning starts. That was like a really dark sentence, and then I just stopped talking. Oh, hello again, love. Don't mind me, I'm just turning the soil. Are you sure? So you're sure you're okay? So what happened last time we played, for those who weren't here, is she wanted something to be buried in her garden, and normally what happens is you get something that's from somebody else, and she buries it and then creates something new to give back to them. Yesterday, she went and came up to us and was like, "I want something," and it was her husband's skull that we came back with. It's so bad, and so I'm just like, "This, here's your husband's ex-husband's skull," and so this is what we're talking about. Hello, Falls Over. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the follow. I hope that you are safe, cozy, and well today. Thank you for being here. Ooh, good sale right there, Ross. Good finds. I love the Steam summer sales because so many games obviously are on sale, and so anything that's under like $10, I will then just buy them all, which can clear out a big chunk. Except some of like a lot of the remaining games that I have and that have been on my wish list for a while are games that never go under $10. So hopefully I'll be able to find some more games, but at the moment it's not happening. I'm glad that you're doing well. I don't know what that voice was. That was my customer service voice from back in the day. I'm sorry about that. Nobody needs to hear that. Anyway, we're just gonna ask Ursula if she's okay, considering we gave her ex-husband's skull yesterday. Of course, you have to definitely give yourself a budget during sales, otherwise you can just buy everything and, because on a sale, you can't feel too guilty about it, right? It's not like you paid full price. Yep, have to stop your brain from thinking like that and be like, cannot spend more than this. Anyway, I'm feeling good, love. When Harold left, well, it bent me for a while. Yeah, so what happened was her ex-husband left her, and she had like 7 kids to look after. And two of them are dead on this island. One of them, Francesca, who the priest mentioned, has passed on. The other one still refuses. Yeah, she's going through some stuff. I couldn't work up the energy to do anything some days, and with 7 cubs, the chores pile up. At times, I'll stare off into space while the kids call to me, "Mom, are you okay?" But when my Francesca followed her father into the woods, I realized something. I needed to change. I needed to find the sunlight between the shadows. And I did. Sometimes when things are really tough, you do need to just try and find the sunlight between the shadows. Thank you, Ursula, for those kind words. This game can be incredibly deep and incredibly profound and very sad in amongst cute things. Can someone remind me that I need this fruit salad with like the little sauce on it? If you can't remember, that's fine. I can never remember. Yeah. Hyphen, you miss out on so we saw him before, Clyde. He's the one who wants us to collect all these sales. He is basically the Wolf of Wall Street. He is a capitalist bear. He started his own wolf coin and everything, and the things that he said, it was just like, this is supposed to be a fictional game, sir. This is not supposed to reflect how real this stuff gets. Oh, did I catch everybody here? Fair enough. How much space do I have? Not a lot. Oh, yeah, the rocks keep moving. Damn rocks. That's why I can't have nice things. Oh, no, you I need to chase. Me. Oh, okay. This rock's moved as well. I don't know where the rock that used to be here has gone. It could be absolutely anywhere. Oh, Arjun, I forgot about you. Sorry, buddy. You just became golden, so I didn't think you would want to talk to me. But anyway, 3 seconds. I have to go back to camp and drop things off. Here is your log, my friend. 27 more logs until we get a new bear. And I want to ban this, this. page, all of this fun stuff. Oh, bollocks. I just accidentally clicked out of the thing. There we go. All nicely sorted. Back up we go. I'll come back for all of you guys. I make my way through this a very specific way. But I forgot to speak to this dude. Oh, I have to take a picture, but 3 deers and myself. That's fine. I can do this. Come here, friend. Gotcha. No, come back. Let me mine this damn rock. Did I break this? I did break it. Oh, it just broke. Just saying it broke. I was wondering why I could still mine with a broken pickaxe. It's because I just broke it. There's a pecan over there that I might need. Forget this. Don't tell me you guys ate the pecan. Don't tell me. You guys know how rare those are? Unless I got it, then if I did, I can't remember if I did or not. Who the fluff knows? I certainly don't. Yeah. Gotcha. Hello. I have mail. Oh, we got a letter from Scoutmaster Blake. We haven't got one from him in a while. Catherine gave me some bad news the other day. There's a plant in the bedroom window we've been trying to keep alive, but the leaves keep going brown. So we trimmed them and tried to make sure it has enough water, but not too much. Neither of us have a green thumb, but we're trying. We're down to 1 leaf, and now it's going brown too. Still hopeful, Scoutmaster Blake. So, kind of what I've gathered with this, with the things that the Scoutmaster is referencing is, we can't reply back to him, and so he doesn't know if we're alive or if we have passed away on our trip to what he was supposed to send us to a different island, but the directions got messed up. We ended up here. No one was supposed to ever come back to this island, to this cozy grove, because people kept dying. Like the last spirit scout that went here passed away, and all of that jazz. So like the records for this island were lost and had to go dig them up when we accidentally got sent here. So he doesn't know if we're, okay or not. And when we landed here, our boat got swept away and it apparently crashed back at the other shore. And so he just writes to us, like hoping that we're still okay, but isn't sure. He's said that he writes to a few of the spirit scouts that he has been in charge of that have perished. So that's kind of his deal. And why some of the things that he sends are either a little bit mundane or a little bit sad like that. This plant that he's been trying so hard to keep care of is still dying no matter what they're doing, but he's still hopeful it might spring back. It's very sad, actually. The poor guy's so stressed and worried about it. We have a few things that I don't think I've seen before. Sorry. Excuse me. Yeah. Mushroom loaf. I think I've got one in my bag. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck. Here you go. Please eat. Oh, I wonder if I can get a picture now. we go. Got the picture. And boy, was it a good picture. You can have that. So it's like a bran loaf and a camp churros. And this little deer has leveled up. Good on you, friend. And we still got some space, which is good. Let's take this. And this. Oh, Captain! You've got a quest for me. Been a bit. You've heard it. Sorry, you've heard what I've done, and still you visit me. Sorry, and still you visit me here. Why? Everyone makes mistakes. A fine answer. Perhaps it's time I start looking forward instead of brooding over old tales. Fetch me a spyglass. Let's see what's on the horizon, shall we? I'll see if I can find one, my friend. Hi! Jeremy, how you doing? I have a broken pickaxe. Can you fix it for me? Oh, good, you can. And for cheap as well. Look at all of these little imps that are like ready to run from me. You want a whetstone. Sure thing, buddy. After I've caught all these imps. Come on, hand it over. I haven't done like a mass fetch, like chasing of the imps in a bit. I'm finding it quite fun. Except they're little buggers. Yeah. You're running away from me. How could he dodge so well? None of you need to be chased. Ah, come this way. Let's go. Wonder how Francesca's doing. We'll be visiting her once I've collected all these imps. Hi. Thank you. Up we go. Bother this little friend of ours. Oh, Francesca does want to speak to us today. That's good. We have a relic. Sorry, I just really failed at drinking that coffee. I just like smacked my hand against the microphone, slightly spilled the coffee. I'm a disaster today, friends. Another sweet potato. Stop running. Let me catch you. Cheeky buggers. Hi. What do you need today? Oh, some seeds. Okay. Rock. Where's this little guy? Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Oh my gosh, he's like dodging and weaving. And we'll go to Mr. Kit very quickly. Actually, have I chased all of you? Hi. I would like to sell this shell and this shell. What's this? I'll see if I've got one first. And I would like to buy this, please. Buy that, because you can never have enough salt. And what do we got? I can finally buy myself a chest. Ooh, a bag upgrade, that could be good too. Cute. That's so cute. Oh, that was probably not worth the money, but I did it anyway. That's a pretty table. I've got one of those somewhere. No new fruits, plenty of flowers, but I currently don't need them at the moment. I'm gonna buy the backpack upgrade. Nice. Yeah. Oh, you do not want to talk to me, friend. This island is very haunted. Glad a spirit scout like yourself showed up. Thank you so much for the lurk, Ras. I hope you're doing. I hope you are also doing well, but are staying safe and cozy. He's just running. He's just scaring all my birds. Enjoy your lunch. Oh, I want to feed my deer. Here you go, friend. Here's your egg salad. Can I make a tart? I cannot remember. I didn't check the animals up the... Oh, no, I did. I've forgotten what I needed. Oh, wait, no, I just needed a salad with... A fruit salad with, like, the little sauce. I do not. Fair enough. Here is your log. I'm going to burn all of this, this, and this. Getting all the materials. Storage. I'll put that in storage. Alright, so what we're gonna do is sell all of those. Hopefully we don't need them. I've only got 12 of those. We are going to need to make some imps happy. It's not going well for us. I don't care if it's common, it's so cute. Look, all of you are getting moved anyway. This is not something that I too terribly enjoy. We'll just have to leave that in our inventory. That's cute. Put that there. Yeah, Ursula. Oh, a shell. Come here. Yes, the ones at the beach are so easy to get. Yeah, come here. And... oh no, you two are regulars on this beach. Diving when I was alive was always an amazing experience, but I think afterlife diving might beat it. You get all the same marine life plus marine spirits. Picture an underwater field of ghostly starfish and urchin stretching out beyond your vision, beyond your field of vision. Gives me the chills just thinking about it. That does sound wonderful. Some people might not know, but there's been this really big concern about the Great Barrier Reef and coral reefs dying. But if what Octavia is saying that is like true for her, where she she is dead herself, but that grants her the ability to see the coral reefs as they once were. That would be really, really pretty. So, let me click on you, please. I've lost an imp. You. Come here. Yeah, you're running. Okay. That should be everybody. Hello. I would very much actually like to craft. Actually, how many greens is it? Get rid of one whole stack. And then I'll wait until they come back in stock. So we can't make any. But we need another loaf. We need one of these. We need one of these? No, one of these. Happy investments. Oh, I need one of these. Oh, it's gonna be all my toasted flowers. More roasted fruits. I need at least 3 happy imp essences. And I know I can get 2 by dismantling the thing in my inventory. Not my inventory, in my household, in my house inventory. But I'm hoping I can find some imps that want things. So I wasn't really looking out for them on my road to finding things. 50 pieces of sailcloth. You're welcome, kid. I know what you're thinking. Clyde, you hairy, wonderful, brilliant bear. 50 pieces of sailcloth is not a full sail. To which I say, first of all, thanks for the kind words. And second, if I can manipulate imps and bring down a town, then I can definitely stitch up a sail. Keep an eye on your mail, kid. Tomorrow, at the latest, it will all come together. So, I think Clyde's story isn't fully done yet. For those who do know Clyde's story, I really want to know if you think that he has done enough to redeem himself. Based on his final actions of charity work and trying to help us get off this island. Ned, buddy, I haven't said hello to you yet. Only amateur rock enthusiasts talk about jade. There are actually two different minerals called that. Jadeite and nephrite. Nephrite is rarer. It's a silicate of magnesium and calcium. Jadeite is a silicate of sodium and aluminium. But even you probably already knew that, right? I'm gonna actually say no. I didn't actually know that. But I didn't want to be like one of those smart asses who would have been like, yeah, of course I knew that. I didn't know it all, and it was very nice to learn something new. You need a spyglass, some seeds, and a whetstone. As well as a lot of imp essence. A potato. Not the cute little bug friends. I don't know where they could be. I don't want to look at clues just yet. I want to keep running around. So when I finally am able to, I'm going to light up this beacon and I'm going to put all my flowers over here. So we're going to have a big giant field of flowers. At this current point in time, that's just a lot of moving. So I don't want to do it right now. Like right now. Oh, we got a turnip? We got a turnip! Someone please stop me. Hi, Arjun, buddy. Here is a picture. Oh, gave me new glasses. Not as cool as my glasses that I'm currently wearing. Mine are definitely more spring vibes. But they're kind of cute. I forgot. Oh no, I need more fruit for the fruit salad that was wanted up here. A quick look around. We're looking for a spyglass, some seeds, and a whetstone. And I'm just sitting here chopping. Chopping greens. Should have plenty of space. Oh, that sounds... I'm jealous. I am legitimately jealous because I almost decided to go have a nap with the cat instead of starting my stream. But that sounds so lovely and cozy. You get to fall asleep listening to me get annoyed because I won't be able to find something. It's going to be great. Hello. We have... Did I not get the quest from you? No, you didn't have a quest. Good night, Hyphen and Rust. Sweetest dreams, and I hope to see you again soon. I have to join a stream next time that you guys are live. But stay safe, stay cozy, and have a good night's rest. Most folks think dogs are the natural enemy of the postal worker. Not true. It's the cats. They mess with your mind. Cats are wonderful. Well, I haven't seen a... Okay, I'm gonna guess this is where the seeds are. Look for a thorny flower stalk with 3 blooms. Oh, 2... This one? I think it's this one. Got it. Uh-huh. I'm so smart. Girlfriend. And do I need anything else? And nothing to donate, I don't think. Hi, Francesca. Yeah, here's your seed packet. Oh, I got a new statue. This is technically like my little cozy corner down here. The post box is not staying down here. That's staying up with me. But this little thing could stay here. Oh my gosh, look how cute it is. Oh, he's gonna sit like right under this little tree. Yeah. Look how cute he is. Do you guys like cozy things? Yeah, he does. They do. They're just full hearts, so they're not gonna get any better. But it looks very cute. 10 out of 10. I've got to look for shells. Yeah. Yeah, can't miss these. I need to get my spreadsheet out for this game soon. I haven't opened it up for a bit, so who knows what I need. That's fine. It'll be one of those things that I'll just go through once all the story stuff is over. Do like some of the do all the collectible stuff myself. You guys don't get bored. You're out of spots. Okay. To the Mr. Kit. Hi. I like to sell this shell. Oh no, not that shell. That one. No. I got a few shells that I need to donate. Buy. Oh, you don't have a imp essence. Damn. I didn't think I had any shells to donate, but I do. This one. And this one. Money. And gems. Oh, gems and money. Thanks. $2,000 dues. Well, here is log. Here is your mushroom loaf, my friend. And I have your tart. I have not seen many imps around that need assistance that I haven't already helped, and they didn't give me what I wanted. So I feel like oh, keep that there for a second. Alright, burning. Loot. Putting stuff in storage. I forgot to sell this. How's our onions looking? We tend to end up with a lot of onions. Yeah. That's fine. We'll crush all of those as well. And that's what I'm going to do. Is remove this. And we'll recycle it into at least 2 happy imp essences. So all I need to do is just try and find one. Very quickly. How much is this? Yeah, you are very expensive on the flower front. Yep, imp essence. Imp essence. Imp I need 4 of them. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna get more. They're so expensive. I just need more like imp friends. No, I did talk to you. You didn't need anything. Alright, let's have a look. First hint, a small desk and a sculpture made of sand. Rightio. Maybe not here? Maybe that's not a small enough desk. That's fine, I'll head up to the church. Unless there's another desk somewhere else, but I don't know where the desk somewhere else. But this seems like it'll be like the best place for it. Like these are small desks. There it is. There he is. There aren't a lot of happy. And there's normally like 3 or 4 very sad imps. Maybe it's just not a day for sadness. It just means it's going to be very difficult to make all the food. And I don't like disappointing my imp friends. All I'm just seeing is I'm going to need a lot more. Actually, what I'll do is I'll brighten up this. Ah! There's something floating in on the tide. But it's not my ship, it's yours. Thanks. I'm getting my ship back. It's just making its way back to us. There is this that we need. Is there a way to get happy imp essences reliably? Let's have a Google, shall we? Oh, he gave us a gold ingot. That's really rare. Wooden torch. Nice. Can I craft that lamppost that I want? No, I've accidentally sold a whole bunch of. Oh, they're both gonna cost a lot of wood. Definitely gonna go for this one first. We spent a lot of wood this day. Oh, I can catch it while fishing. And I can refine magical hairballs in the tent. Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna do that. before I recycle this. Hi, Mojito! Haven't started the school just yet, but we are very much about to. I'm just going to see. What these turn into. So apparently this is a way for me to Oh boy, that was good. That was so good. That was amazing. This is a simple Google search has saved me. Actually, I might just put a few of these in as well. I'm doing very well, Maito. How are you doing? So good. That's so good. I can cook all the things now. Nearly all the things. Majority of the things. Okay. We need this. One savory bread. And we need one of these. A farmer salad. And we need this radish salad. Should have Googled that so long ago. My goodness. Can I upgrade my tent? So if I can upgrade my tent, then I'll have a look at buying a new cat. Or luring in a new cat. Also, more storage. Upgrading my tent! Look how cool it looks! There you go. It's so bright. It doesn't need little lamps because it's so good. Is that one of mine? Give me this. Is this one mine? Apparently not. Fair enough. Oh! What's been going on, friend? Nope, no new space for cat. Oh, that's what I was doing as well. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Why not? I had thought I had more fancy greens than that. You know what? I'm not going to. I'll keep those fruits until next time. There we go. We'll put that there and make them happy. And now we just gotta wait for the food to be delivered. I don't want to talk to you, Francesca. I'm sorry. Hey. Like that. Oops. I thought there was an imp there. I'm like, I've missed one. No, it was just a bug. So much space. Yes, look at all this space I've got in here. I'm going to get more flowers because I've got space to put them all. I am still thinking of moving this up a bit. I'm into that new area, but I want one of the new lights that I'm going to be creating. Alright, friend, give me the food. Let's go. Actually, while I'm here, I'll have a look at my new badges. Yeah, repairing my pro tools. Done. And I got 2 grand for it. I've got to break so many other things. I'm so close to finishing this one though. I just need to sell 8,000 items. I've over for 1,000, so 7,000 more to go. And then that one is done. That's okay. We just need to keep selling our seashells. Come on, buddy. Give me my food. Give me my food. Ah! Guys, I'm an idiot. I forgot the tart. Oh, the tart with the whipped cream on it. Hopefully, once we finish running around the island delivering the rest of the food, that one will be done. Cuddle, cuddle, cuddle. Let's go! There you go, there is your bready bread. Oh, you've leveled up, darling! That's so cute. So cute. So adorable. There you go, Ivy. Ivy has leveled up. What a good little bun. No, I don't want to burn. I just want to put stuff into storage. Go. That took like 3 seconds. Come on. It's the last thing I need to do for the day. Is it my fault that I forgot? Let's have a look at the other things that I can start working towards in the terms of crafting. I need to figure out what my plants want really. I have this, I have this. I don't like the steampunk lamp. The oversized candle, very cute. I kind of want to make one right now and put it over the thing. But I've got a lot of I've got these ones to do. My mythical plant lamp and my legendary cottage lamp. I don't have a steampunk chair. That's a pretty cute chair. Oh, that was on my list of things to make. At one point, I took it off. That's very cute. I think I would want that. If I had the ability to make that currently. That one's weird. You have the rare version of that little guy. Very cute. I got distracted. No, I didn't get distracted. I got bored looking at things and stuff. Let's look at outfits. I haven't checked those today. What do we got? A bandana, a ribbon uniform, scarf, or all button up. Baseball jersey, long sleeve t-shirt, cute sweater, knit cap, a yellow cardigan, earmuffs. Good, thanks. Sir, I know that it is autumn in game, but it's spring for me real life. Can you give me some spring clothes to wear? You know, I would like a cute little like sunbrim hat. That would be nice. Okay, Patrice, help me out here. Give me the tart. This is the one thing that I need to do before I can move on. Let's go. Come on. Don't punish my brain because I can't remember things. Did I put these here? I did not. It looks like something I would do. There we go. Give me that. Don't worry, little bunny. I've got your chocolate tart. It's okay. Grandpa, here you go. There you go. Success. There we go. We have completed Cozy Grove for the day. I think we did a very good and productive day. We had to get so many imps for all those sales. But Clyde is close to being golden. The captain is close to being golden as well. And Ursula is doing okay despite us giving her the skull of her ex-husband yesterday. She's fine. She's doing well.